Leo, welcome. This is your July reading. So we're going to jump right in with a 5-card spread. So I always like to start with a card from the bottom of the deck, just for you to think about whatever the message is from that card. And then we'll do the 5-card spread. Shout out to all the Leos out there. It's about to be, Leo season coming up. A lot of retrograde in your sign, so I'm sure you're feeling some relief with Mars retrograde that came through about a month ago. So we'll do a cut here. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Fool. So what is something new that you want to leap into? What is something new that you want to start? This may be something that you've been thinking about. This is something that hopefully you've been feeling. This might be an opportunity that you will be getting as far as, jumping into something brand new, right? And, the thing about the Fool is that one of the most important things about the card, and you can see it here, he's got his knapsack on that stick. That's all he needs, right? He's jumping into something new. This is the start of the major arcana. He doesn't know where he's going, but he knows that he has more than enough just in that little tiny sack and what he has in himself. So think about what is it that you want to start that's new? And if you don't know what that is, then that's something for you to think about from this reading. And it's going to be something for you to think about in the month of July. So, Leos, first card we have is the Chariot. There you go. This is another card of moving forward. Second card, we have the Five of Wands. So some of you might be conflicted about this. Some of you might have been thinking about this, and it's like this conflict, even if it's unconscious and you want to start something new, that conflict inside of you, is wanting something new, wanting a brand new start, a brand new beginning. And then you have the Page of Swords, which is asking you to be curious in yourself. Maybe this is something that you want to learn. Maybe this is a new passion, something new, obviously, with that Page of Swords that you're going to learn about with that Fool at the bottom. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, right? This might be something that you need to practice going out, finding new things, right? Maybe some of you are working too much, so that Two of Pentacles is asking you to balance out work and fun, right? And the last card, we have the Eight of Wands. All right. So the first card we have is the Chariot, right? And, the story of the Chariot is that he's leaving behind his city, he's leaving behind his home, and he's moving forward, right? He's moving forward in victory. What is behind him is behind him. So this is asking you to think about the parts of your life that you need to leave behind, the parts of your life that you need to let go of, the parts of your life where the thing about the Chariot to me is that he's trusting himself. Right? So he's on his chariot, he's moving forward. Just the act of moving forward is a victory for this man on the chariot. So this is asking you to, definitely take what you have with you, move forward, trust in yourself, all of your skills, all of your knowledge, all of everything that you have in you moving forward here on this brand new journey that you're going to be starting here in the month of July. And it's definitely about trusting yourself. So if you can't let go, or if you're not letting go, and if you're refusing to let go, then the Chariot is asking you, how are you going to move forward, right? And this is a new endeavor, right? So we have the Five of Wands, and this is a card of conflict. This is a card, this could be internal conflict. This could be external conflict. Maybe some of you have been facing conflict from others in your life, and we can never back down from conflict because we learn a lot about ourselves and we learn a lot about the people that we have conflict with, and conflict is always going to be a part of life. So if this is something that's internal to you, then you have to dig down really deep and think about, where are the things that you want to start? What is this brand new beginning that you want to have? And this is going to require you to take time with yourself, right? So if you're battling yourself here with the Five of Wands and you're competing against yourself and you're learning from yourself, just write down everything that you want to start that's brand new. And then, we'll get to the end here. you're going to need to pick one of those things, right? In my estimation of the cards, right, it's going to require you to think about the things that you want to start, how feasible they are, right? If you're learning about these things from others through conflict, or if this is something about competition that you want to take on in a new endeavor, right? You're going to have to understand what this is. So, definitely write it down. Whatever this new journey that's going to start for you in the month of July, write your ideas down. What's feasible? What can you attain? Write all these things down, and then we'll get to the end. You're going to need to focus on one of these things for this new beginning. And then you have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is about learning, right? So for many of you, this is going to be about a particular direction where you're going to have to learn, right? And you have to think about, how are you as a student? How are you as a researcher? How are you as far as finding the information, the tools, the skills that are necessary for this new endeavor with this Page of Swords? And then you have the Two of Pentacles. So this is a lot, right? This is definitely, taking on a lot of fun, taking a lot of responsibilities. This is working too much. This is playing too much. And if you are not dedicating this one new direction that you are leading into in this month of July, the Two of Pentacles is asking you to balance things out, right? Or if you're not having enough fun and you're just focusing on everyday responsibilities, all those things that we do that really just, we have to go through life. We got to pay the bills. We got to work. We got to do the things and go through the motions. This is asking you to have more fun, right? So definitely about balance, definitely about finding yourself through, taking on your responsibilities, but also taking time to have some fun in your life. And then you have the Eight of Wands, right? So this is a card of direction. So, earlier, if as I said, I had a feeling that when you write the things down that you want to start, the brand new journey that you want to begin with that Fool card at the bottom of the deck, you're going to have to focus your energy on one thing. And that could be hard, that could be challenging, because maybe there's a lot of new endeavors that you want to approach. But whatever this new endeavor is, this new direction that you are leaning towards, communicate with yourself. Right? These 8 wands are focused in one direction. So you're going to have to focus on yourself here a lot to find whatever the answer is to whatever this new journey that you're going to begin. All right, so let's clarify here, Leo. The Chariot is your first card, and we'll clarify the Chariot right now with the Two of Pentacles. Right? So again, if anything is out of balance for you, if you're not having enough fun, this is asking you to get a little bit busier in your life, to have more fun, to take on more adventures. And then the opposite rings true. If all you're doing is having fun and not working enough, then you're not working on yourself and you're not finding the answers. If all you're doing is working too much, then the fun is going to be the place where you're going to find the answers for this victory here with this Chariot card. With the Five of Wands, we have the Hanged Man. So this is asking you to change your perspective. This is asking you to look at things in a different way. Especially if you are working too much, it's going to require you to spend some time with yourself, see things from a new light so that you can approach this new direction, from a more balanced perspective, from a different perspective with that Hanged Man and the Five of Wands. With the Page of Swords, we got the Queen of Wands. So this is another card of leaving the past behind, right? You can see she's looking forward. She's seeing clearly. She's looking towards the future, right? So this is going to ask you with this Page of Swords, the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords is going to ask you to learn about something new that you are going to be looking forward to in your future. And then, we have to leave the past behind. We got to process the past. We got to do our best to heal the past with this Queen of Swords. And then moving forward will come from a much better and more powerful place, in our lives. So then you have the Two of Pentacles, and with the Two of Pentacles, you got the Queen of Cups. So you got two queens here. Right? So this is asking you to dive into your emotions, trust your emotions, whatever you feel about this new direction, really, really tap into your emotions here with the Queen of Wands and this Two of Pentacles, and then again, you got to have fun. You got to have fun. You got to work. If those are out of balance with the Two of Pentacles here, right? The way that you're going to be able to tap into your emotions more with this Queen of Cups is by making yourself, have more fun in life. Yo, it's summer. Get out there. Do the things that you love. The days are long. The sun is out, right? So if like you're just at home and you are not finding a way to bring more joy to your life with that Two of Pentacles, and it's really keeping you from your emotions. With the Eight of Wands, we got the Queen of Wands. Yo, you got 3 queens here in a 10-card spread, right? So the Queen of Wands with the Eight of Wands is saying that you need to be bold. You need to really, really confront yourself. You really, really need to confront whatever this new chapter, this new beginning is. Have courage with it once you know what it is, or even the process of figuring things out. Like really, really be bold and courageous diving into yourself. Be bold and courageous learning about this. And be bold and courageous moving forward with this energy. Yo, be excited, Leo. Be confident, have that self-love, have that royalty too. You got 3 queens right here. And whatever this is, once you figure it out, it's going to be a powerful new beginning for you. Thank you for watching.